again. I'm out in the studio today after a long break, doing a bit of tidying up and preparing for the arrival of my rock tumbler. But in the meantime, I'm going to be working on a card and sort of generally making things look a little bit better around here because it's a mess. I'm sorting out the workbench. As you can see, I've assembled a few rocks and I'm setting up separate areas. This is the area for doing sculpture of any sort, whether it's with air dry clay or maybe mod rock. I've got a few things that I do here. And this area, which will eventually be for the rock tumbler, is where I'm just doing a little bit of work right now. As you can see, I've got some cardstock, I've got some scrim, and I've got some handmade paper with dried seaweed, which is going to go onto the finished card. So I'm putting some glue onto the card, followed by the scrim. Now that the scrim is on, I'll place the little piece that I made and find where's the best spot for it. Pretty much central, I think. So that's it in place, and now I'll put a weight on top while it dries so that it'll hold it down, owing to the corrugations in the handmade paper. And here's another one I'm starting with some lace. Recently I bought these little pots. I have a lot of paints which I've had for some time and they're beginning to separate. They're acrylics and the medium is separating from the pigment. So what I will do is to squeeze them into these pots, give them a good stir and maybe add a little bit more medium and I'll be able to use them. Waste not, want not. This is Naples yellow and it's a little bit on the thick side. So I'm going to tip in some gel medium, a matte medium, because later on if I need to I can put gloss over the top when I've finished painting with it. Well, I've managed 3 tubes so far. It was a lot harder than it looked, but I managed not to get paint all over myself, and now I've restored 3 quite expensive tubes of acrylic paint. So much for life in the subtropics. It's done nothing but rain for weeks. But my banana plant is looking happy, and I'm really hoping that this year I might actually get some bananas. And now the magpies are monstering me. They've brought their baby to meet me, and they're hoping for treats. Well, that's all for today, but as soon as I take delivery of the new rock tumbler, I'll show you what's happening, and I'll be back in the studio again. Until then, see you next time. Bye.